I think the advantage for not having to deal with the arcade was that we had a fixed platforming. Granted, the console systems vary, but not having to worry about the real big differences between graphic chips and things that the arcade systems have versus the consoles.
The time that it takes to go from raw data to finished product is much shorter. You get to spend a lot more effort on the creativity side of it.
We just about tripled our polygon count. We expanded our texture size tremendously. We expanded motion and a lot of the effects we could do. So it opened up a lot of doors to do wild fatalities.
So with Deadly Alliance, suddenly we knew we were in the home. We didn't have to ask for 50 cents every 2 minutes. So we can really stage our fatalities and make them these big events. And that's why they started becoming a lot more elaborate.
My favorite fatality in Deadly Alliance has to be the Sub-Zero pulling the whole skeleton out of his victim. That was the first fatality programming that I got to do, and it was a lot of fun putting in the effects, the blood, the bones.
One of my favorites was Cyrax's, where he had this hydraulic arm that came out and grabbed the victim and just like slammed him up and down until he was a bloody pulp. That was good times.
I think my favorite fatality from Deadly Alliance was Kung Lao's. It was, you know, it was a little bit of humor, but it was also kind of flashy, stylish. You know, he threw his hat, it stuck into the guy's head, and he fell down. And then he would kind of stomp on the opponent, and the head would fly up, and he would catch it and do this kind of fancy pose, which was, you know, silly in some ways, fancy and stylish in other ways, but it was probably one of the more elaborate fatalities from Deadly Alliance.
For MK Deadly Alliance, we scaled back to only one fatality per character, basically due to time factors. We didn't have time to do 2 for every character.
It just got to the point where at the end of the game we just couldn't get all the content in. So we ended up deciding on 1 fatality per character, and that's how it ended up.